Hello guys, it is Jead and Trophy Titans is here. Well, Trophy Titans is nearly here. It's coming on this Friday, but we have got all the leaks. That is right, all the leaks, all the cards ready for Trophy Titans to talk about. However, EA have done something that I wish they didn't. There is one thing that is kind of sad about what EA are doing for Trophy Titans. On top of that, why are we on 2 million coins, not our 10 or 11 million coins that we were on previously? What is the content been? Because we have 2 or 3 really good SBCs to talk about. So let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. So I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday and go and have a fantastic day today, basically. But with Trophy Titans coming, that means that Road to the Final is already coming to the end. I feel like 1 week promos go really fast. So comment down below, what do you think of Road to the Final so far? The SBCs, the content, the FUT Champs weekend, the Gauntlet, everything you've played. What do you think so far? And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe. And, you know, like good little buddy stuff. No, but on a serious though, we have got some very, very juicy content to talk about. I've gone through and favorited everything, and of course, it is not saved because the game just hates me. We have got a showdown SBC in Mohamed Salisu and El Idrissi. I don't know how you say the first name. I'm sorry, boys and girls. And we also got Yuri Tielemans as well, which looks very, very nice. I want to talk about Tielemans a little bit more, but honestly, ping, pass, and ticky is very, very nice. But on top of that, incisive, intercept, finesse shot, power shot's a bit of a waste, I guess, but press proven and technical is very nice. The only thing I really think, like, big time is missing is anticipating Bruiser. I think Bruiser's broken right now. I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, Bruiser is just absolutely busted, especially Bruiser Plus on fullbacks and centre-backs. It needs a nerf or just needs changing a little bit. I don't know what you guys think, but at the high level of play in Division 1, Division 2 even, the Bruiser's still really good. He's coming in at 123,000 coins, and honestly, I think it's worth it, basically. I think Villa could do really, really well in the Europa League. They've got a nice, easy run. We're going to jump into the brackets later when we talk about investing in some of the Road to the Final cards. They've got Unai Emery as manager. He could be really, really nice. Now, the other players we got, of course, were the showdown players for the E-Prem, Salisu and El Idrissi, and these cards are really cheap. They're only 2 squads, 85, just 1 team of the week. I believe El Idrissi's the same, but I've not even checked this one. Yeah, 85, 1 team of the week. They're just boring. I don't know what it is, but cheap SBCs that are not players that you know in real life. Maybe, look, you could be, you know, someone who supports Monaco. It could be whatever, right? And that's fine. But I mean, normally, if it's not like a big name player, just how the game kind of works, they feel a little bit, you know, underwhelming. That being said, 86 pace, 89 defending, 91 physical. The fact it's a showdown card, the fact it has those play styles, those stats as a lengthy centre-back looks great. And even El Idrissi, rapid plus and finesse shot plus. 4-star again, fine for a showdown card. And the stats honestly are fine. It just feels a little bit boring. So, the other SBCs that I want to talk about that's arguably more important, which I think we all agree is more important because we all have a gamble SBC. We got the 1 of 389 Road to the Final player pick, and we're going to open this in the video today to see what it's like. There's a lot of nice cards to get, and of course, there's a lot of fodder cards, like with every promo. It's coming in just over 80,000 coins. Honestly, I'd say go and do it. There's a lot of things not worth doing on the game right now, but with fodder still being quite cheap, relatively, I'd still say go and do this. Again, I'm going to do it in this video. We'll complete it and open it a little bit later on in typical YouTuber fashion. And we're also going to open what refreshed the other day, or get refreshed today. And we're also going to open what refreshed yesterday, the 1 of 5 86 plus campaign rewind player pick, which, of course, well, in my opinion, I think you guys will agree, is the best SBC of the entire game. Why? For value? No. For meta? No. But for pure dopamine, yes. Being able to get cards like Team of the Year, Marcelo, Player of the Month, Mbappe, anything like that. We will be cracking that open again a little bit later on as well. Oh, boom. There you go. We have got the 1 of 3 89 plus Road to the Final player pick and the 1 of 5 86 plus campaign rewind player pick. In fact, let's do one of them now and then we'll do one of them a little bit later. We will start with the new Road to the Final pick. Why not? Again, who do we want from this? Rashford, Salah, Musiala, Mbappe's not even going to be in these picks, but we'll go for it. I'm going to call 2 greens and an orange, and we'll start with an orange. We start with Delinga. We've already got it. We get a blue. We get Engen. And we end with another Women's Champions League. Manham, Jesus Christ, not the best. I'm going to personally go... I think Engen might be worth a little bit more. I'm going to go with Manham, and she's probably more likely to get the upgrades there, even though Leon are pretty decent as well. That is crap. Let me know who you got in yours down below. Mbappe, Musiala, Rashford of the dubs. There's also some sort of mini wins like Sarr, Yates, Sancho, some pretty decent ones as well. So yeah, let me know who you got in yours down below, and let me know who you got in the campaign pick as well if you have done both of them, because everyone should be going and doing both of them right now. There is not loads of content every single day to get involved with, but that is definitely something. The next thing we got is an evolution that's worth doing again. Now, I love when we get an evolution that's worth doing. We got Super Sonic Strike. Now, this doesn't look crazy at first because it's 15,000 coins. It gives Power Shot Plus, and you think that's a bit silly. No, it's actually really good, right? Because we get 2 of these. And the main thing there for me is the 10 plus shot power. Now, 15,000 coins for 10 plus shot power might seem a little bit over the top. But as you know, when we're on like millions of coins, if you guys follow these videos, it's always worth it. Now, the reason I really like this one is because I can't actually show you now as I'm doing an Evo on him. This is really good if you're someone like me who's got Cruyff, who's really low rated, and you're trying to keep him low rated, but you've already got a second playstyle plus, because of course you don't want the power shot plus. My Cruyff's got low driven and finesse shot plus, but of course Cruyff has 78 shot power. So to get him up with 2 of these, 30,000 coins, and boost him to 94 shot power, as well as a 90 long shots, and then just basically not improve the rating at all, is really, really nice. So I'm wrapping my Cruyff in general in a few chains. But I'm probably going to spend both of them on the Cruyff. You can do it on any chain, really, but you need to do it on someone that already has 2 playstyle plus. Power shot is a bit of a gimmick, but it's not really that good. So, yeah, Cruyff for me, already got low driven and finesse. That's where mine's going. And because we didn't do a video yesterday, my apologies, very busy at the moment, boys. But don't forget, we got the muscle up evolution as well. Another chain evolution. Yes, they take a long time to do. At the end of the day, chain evos are just not as exciting as the big fancy 500,000 coin evos. They're really not. They're not as fancy as doing one big crazy evo and getting some crazy cards. However, when a chain evo doesn't improve the rating, at the end of the day, it's just a double round. It's how you get those 80 rated cards that have stats like a prime hullet. It's the only way to do it. So muscle up is great as well. It doesn't improve the rating at all. It's max 87. Again, great for just those chains. The big one is the +3 strength. But honestly, getting Bruiser on a card is really, really nice. Enforcer and Relentless, not the best. Quickstep is nice, but it's at the end of those Enforcer and Relentless playstyles. So if you've got a card, a defensive card that just needs one more playstyle and they don't have Bruiser, this is going to be perfect. It also does aggression as well. I'm using it on attacking players that already have max playstyles. Similar to last time we got a big chain evo. My main issue with this again is that it takes 2 games, not 1. I just don't think it can warrant being 2 games. I guess it does give more boost, a couple playstyles, more than normal chain evos gives. But yeah, just not really one for me. And speaking of things we missed all the way back on Monday, which feels like years ago now, there's a reason I'm showing you the Ultimate Gauntlet. Don't you worry, there's a reason I'm showing you it. It's because when we got this Ultimate Gauntlet and we saw the 1 of 5 road to the final pick, that looked insane, right? A lot of people started sweating for it. Gauntlet's really sweaty. Let me know if you guys think the same. I think Gauntlet's really sweaty right now. I think the game in general is really sweaty because a lot of the casuals have left. But yeah, we get the 1 of 5 road to the final pick, as well as all the fodder that, people have spoke about, and a couple of the players and evolutions, all the good stuff. But obviously the main one being the road to the final pick. Now, why did I bring that up? Because as you saw, I haven't done my Gauntlet objective, so I didn't know what the weight on these were like until I went on Twitter. And I've seen a few of you guys, not only on Twitter, but in the pack show off. Get in the Discord, get in the pack show off channel. You can even at me if you really want. At me in here, right? You can see people now doing some foot birthday picks and other things. Someone got a Zidane before. I don't even know what pack that in. That is crazy. Small rare pack. That's literally insane. Yeah, so if you want to do yours and at me in the pack show off, I'll come and take a look and react to them all. And if you get something good, I'll probably cry. But basically, yeah, I've just seen the weight on these being shocking. So let me know if your guys look something a little bit like this. I'm probably not going to play Ultimate Gauntlet 14. Do I advise you guys to do the same? No, I think you guys should go and play it, to be honest. The rewards are worth it. The fodder's really worth it. And you do have a chance at the end of the day to get an Mbappe, a Salah, whatever, right, from the road to the final player pick. I'm just not motivated to play it right now. I'm not going to lie to you and be a YouTuber and say, oh my God, guys, I'm playing every game mode. I can't be fucked with Gauntlet right now. I'm playing Foot Champs and I'm playing Rivals to get the points. And I'm playing live events when either I really want an Evo, I really want a card, or for some reason, I just want to play that specific event. Apart from that, the gameplay and the rewards for someone who's not full-time, for someone who doesn't have 24 hours a day to sit on this game, I'm just not enjoying that. I'll be really honest with you boys like we always are. So let me know what you guys got. But we can start with leaks. Of course, today we got Team of the Week, so we'll start there. But what we're really here for is Trophy Titans. And Trophy Titans Team 1, what is coming? The SBCs, all the cards we have got leaked. And obviously that one big thing I mentioned from the start that I wish EA changed, but it is what it is, right? Trophy Titans still looks hype. Now, in terms of Team of the Week, the 2 best players in the Premier League are getting Team of the Week in terms of Van Dijk and Wirtz. It is typical they're getting them for country and not for Liverpool, just sums up our season. But these stats are predicted, so don't look into the playstyles. Should be some really nice Team of the Weeks. We've also got a Kachawi. You guys know how broken Kachawi is. We've also got a Tonali. You guys know how broken Tonali can be with some Evos. And a Gyökeres there as well. I forgot that guy existed. But the big ones there for me are Van Dijk, Wirtz, Kachawi, and Tonali. They're ones, if they had like Tonali and Kachawi, could fit Evos. We've got 89 rated Evos. And Van Dijk and Wirtz just could be quite nice if you pack them in champs or whatever for a little bit of coins, a bit of a coin injection. Or if they are both 2 playstyle plus, which you'd think they would be, they could actually go into some people's teams if you end up getting them. So not a bad Team of the Week, I'll be honest. Normally national, if you guys play FIFA for a while, normally national break Team of the Weeks are the worst. This one looks okay to me. I don't know what you guys think, but this one actually looks okay to me. We've even got Medina and Shram there. Some cards that have had pretty decent cards on this year's game already. But here's what we're here for. The full Trophy Titans team that got leaked yesterday. It might even have been started to, be leaked the day before. But we've now got not only this, but we've also got the official stats of some of the SBC cards that are coming. Now, I am hyped for this promo, but let me tell you something. Some of these cards are a little bit unoriginal. Firstly, right, Hullet got a team of the year. Charam got a team of the year. Totti got a team of the year. Morgan got a team of the year. Butragueno got a team of the year, albeit some of them with SBCs, right? I think it's a little bit unoriginal. There's a lot of icons, but at the end of the day, if you're an icon that got in Team of the Years, you're probably an icon that won trophies. So I understand there's a little bit of crossover there. On the hero side, Hazard being the big one that we got leaked right at the start, but also Barzagli. He could be a bit of a Chiellini-esque centre-back. Don't overlook Barzagli. But apart from those two, you guys know you've been around the channel for a while, right? Pizarro is my boy. Pizarro is my boy. But I just don't see any of them really touching Hazard. And again, maybe Barzagli. Berbatov seems fun at first, but most of his cards are below 100,000 coins when they come out. And let's address the elephant in the room, okay? This bottom row here, because we can talk about the top row. We can talk about how Zidane, Beckenbauer, Hullet, Ronaldinho might have 3 playstyle pluses and just be crazy. And no one cares. You're not going to pack them. And if you do pack them, whack it in the pack show-off channel. Don't actually. It'll piss me off. But let's talk about what really matters, which is these baby icons here. And they matter for a few reasons, right? We have got a few icon packs out on the game right now. They've got the Max 88, which, again, how long's this out for? It goes away at Trophy Titans. Could this come back? Now, will it worry a soft launching, a Max 88, so that when we get the full team, we then get the Max 88, and these could all be, Max 88, 87, 86 rated, or 85, like you see the Sol Campbell predicted card here. And we could get these cards involved as well. Because if you guys got a Beckenbauer or Thuram 88 or 87 rated card, or even a Butragueno, just know that you guys would absolutely love that. And especially a lot of the guys that were hating on the Max 88 Onker icon. Understandably, but it could make it a lot better. Now, the second thing we've got to talk about links into what I said before, again, with what's a little bit sad with the leak or whatever. But it's basically, what is the pack weight between the two cards going to be? Now, the first thing I'm going to say is, this top row here is going to be impossible to pack, apart from maybe Prince. I don't think that's hard to get your head around. That's fine. If they were too easy to pack, they would just be really cheap, and then no one would like it, blah, blah, blah. When we got the team last year, it's not Centurions, but Immortals, that's the one. When we got Immortals last year, these middle sort of row, take a look at the middle row here, right? These middle row sort of players, because we had Rooney, I think as an example last year, were actually not too hard to pack. Now, they weren't easy to pack by any stretch of the imagination, but they were not too hard to pack. But if you think about it, that doesn't really make, that's not really a big thing to say, because a lot of these cards wouldn't get in people's teams. Maybe Butragueno, if you are Nick Run the Foot Market. Maybe Nested, have to see what his playstyles are like. Puyol, I feel like everyone in this middle row is a mid-tier icon, right? Now, the bottom cards were really easy to pack, and they were between 10 and 50,000 coins, from what I remember. Maybe some of them like Thuram, obviously, and Beckenbauer, and Butragueno even, will stretch up more for Evos, but the supply on these cards and often the playstyles that EA give them just makes them not that valuable. It makes them really not that valuable. You will be seeing these guys a lot in your packs when you think you might be getting a big card. So I remember it pissed a lot of people off last year, packing the bad cards on repeat. But this year has been a nerf, because last year, if we look at last year's team, and remember Zola, you had this really nice Zola cam card with Deadbull, Quickstep, and Finesse. Again, not the hardest card to pack, or not the absolute best card in the game. Still came in at 1 million coins, though, is what I want to say, right? Still came in at like 1 million coins. It was a really expensive card in that sense. Of course, had this baby 88 rated Zola. Now, last year, when you got Champs rewards, what do you guys remember seeing in the guaranteed? Do you remember seeing cards like this? You see the 88 Zola. You would barely ever get the good ones, which I guess is fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but I guess it's fine. You would get Blanc, you would get Zanetti, you would get Zola. I remember a few people getting Bale. I even remember one pick, distinctly last year, someone who got Bale and Bale, which is crazy. But this Bale was super rare. You mainly got this left-back Bale, of course, and obviously you can imagine Angra popped up in loads of them. This year, there has been a nerf. If you guys have seen Nick's video or Nick's tweet, and you might have seen this already, you can't earn icons and heroes from Trophy Titans Team 1 this week in Champs. Now, this has been covered, obviously, because this came out yesterday. But I don't think people have really let this sink in about what this sort of means for Trophy Titans Week 1. I think Week 1 could be really frustrating to play, because at least with last year, you saw this team who had a decent chance to pack them in Champs because of, the odds-wise you didn't, but in theory, you had a decent chance to pack them from Team 1. I just don't see that this year, because you get FUT birthdays and Champs rewards rather than these. Makes no sense to me. I don't imagine you'll see too many different objectives. You'll probably just see the baby cards on repeat from some, Gamble SBCs, but that's about it. There's not really any motivation for me to even try and get the Omri, the R9, the Zola, this Gerrard, even some of the half-decent big-end cards, right? So, although there's some nice cards in there, The fact they've took them out as champ rewards, I'll be honest, makes no sense to me. It'd make way more sense to keep them in and even just have the weight of these bottom cards be a little bit higher. And then you can even go for like a Thuram or a Beckenbauer for an Evo. I don't really know. I honestly don't know. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. My thoughts is that it sucks. But we do at least have some SBCs to talk about. And these are official stats. Now, we've got a Real Madrid Bayern Munich showdown between Gonzalo and Stanisic. Both of these I don't care about, I'll be honest. Look at the stats for yourselves. These are official stats. I just don't care. I don't know why they do this. Power Shot and Jockey Plus. EA have made a rod for their own back, right? Certain playstyles are meta, and if they give us cards that don't have those certain playstyles, I don't care, to be honest with you. Now, the Kaka card, we saw this one the other day with the official stats, and after the video, what I seen a lot of people saying online with this Kaka card was if we can actually spell Team of the Year Totti, who is also coming in Trophy Titans. A lot of what people are saying with this is that if you look at Totti stats across the board, obviously it was a 2 million coin SBC, but it was available months ago. And you look at Kaka's card stats across the board, who would you say is going to have the better card? Maybe Kaka's 5-star, and therefore might be slightly better, I guess, but playstyles-wise, they are exactly the same. Stats-wise, Totti is literally better pretty much all the way across the board. Like I say, you'd imagine Kaka has better playstyles in-game, but it's a bit weird, right? For this to be the signature SBC that seems to be coming, and for the Totti card from months ago to be better than it. So I guess I agree with people on that. Unless this Kaka SBC is really cheap, and maybe we get a 95 Kaka SBC in week 2. That would be really cool, which means that EA probably won't do it. But we also get a Salgado, and we get a baby Hazard SBC. So that's what I was saying. I thought the Kaka might be like a big boosted Kaka coming next week, and we get a baby, like how Hazard's coming in the actual team. It doesn't look like that's the case. But yeah, official stats Hazard, we get a low driven and quick step. But most importantly, they've made him 89 rated for evolutions. This will be a must complete SBC. And they will probably price it around 500 to 600,000 coins and make it really expensive for the card it is, just because of Evos. So I think that makes sense. That's fair enough. Hopefully it adds a cool dynamic. And the other one we get is Salgado with rapid and intercept. But with 88 pace, it's a little bit weird for me. Probably going to be a must avoid. We'll have to see what he's like in game. I think he's been decent when people have used his Champions League card from earlier in the year, but just not one for me with the right backs we've got in the game right now. So Kaka and Hazard is what I'll be looking at, but it'll be big dependent on what Kaka's SBC price actually ends up being. Now, we're going to talk investments and open up that other pack, but before we move off Twitter, you guys have got to see this because your boy got cooked all over Twitter for posting this earlier on Tuesday. Now, if you guys don't know Twitter, that's fair enough. Don't go on it. It's an absolutely awful platform. But 420,000 views with 119 likes is not the best ratio, just to give you a head start. And getting 84 quote tweets of people telling you why you're wrong, as well as 50 comments, is also not a great ratio. Now, what was this because? Because this week, if you guys have not been on Twitter, with the game being a little bit stagnant, FC26, what the trend has been retro FIFA, like music, which games, retro FIFA squads. That's been the best thing, right? That's been what's going around. That's what everyone's talking about. And that's a sign, by the way, that FC26 is not doing the best. So hopefully Trophy Titans can save us a little bit. But what do you guys think of your boys' list? I literally got passed around football Twitter, getting called an unk and getting called a lot of other, well, naughtier words, shall we say. But along the lines of, I think this is perfect. I obviously think I wasn't engagement bait. I think this is genuinely perfect. Let me know down below in the comments what when you started playing FIFA, what your best and worst FIFA is. You guys probably can't do a full tier list, but let me know what your best and worst FIFA is. And the big ones I want to hear what you have to say about is FIFA 16, FIFA 19, and FIFA 21. Seem to be the 3 most controversial ones in there. And I also put FIFA 12 quite low, according to a lot of people, but I was about 8 when FIFA 12 came out, so I didn't really know what I was doing apart from licking the joysticks, okay? I was about 8 years old, didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, FIFA 16, I think revisionism has been crazy. That game was crap. And yeah, like I say, I got cooked a lot on Twitter, so it'd be interesting to know your guys' opinions. Are you guys more reasonable? Is this as bad list as people are saying? I think this list is perfect. I really do think this list is perfect. I think a lot of people are clouded by nostalgia bias, but even me, I put FIFA 14, 15, and 17 as the only 3 FIFAs in the Gauntlet tier. And people still weren't happy. People still weren't happy with your boy. Maybe we'll save this for next time we do a Reddit video, but yeah, people were not happy with this. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, we're going to talk about the road to the final cards. Have you guys got any in your team, by the way? Has anyone got any road to the final cards in your team? We're going to talk about why I'm only on 2 million coins, but we're going to start with a 1 of 5 86 campaign rewind pick. I'm not going to lie, there's not too many cards I want from this. I kind of only want the really big ones. Big shock surprise. Guy wants something good from his packs. But yeah, we'll start with the far right. I've had nothing from these all year round. You know what? For a lot of you guys, that might be a little bit crap. I missed this SBC. Basically just forgot to do it or didn't really want to do it. But for Evos, I would genuinely take Bombito. That's the best one we've had of the entire year. I'll take that, genuinely. Udol, I would not take, so thank God we avoided him. Although, again, for Evos, he's probably class. But no, we'll take Bombito, the Santa hat. We get Nkunku. Again, not going to take him. I'll take Bombito. But for Evos, a lot of these cards are just for Evos, really, aren't they? Can we get an absolute banger? Could we get a Marcelo team of the year? A Clint Dempsey, I think I've already got one of him in the club. I might have put him into an SBC. Give me something decent to finish it off. We get a Di Maria again for Evos. Again for Evos. Might be a little bit boring, but I'm taking Santa Hat man himself, baby. Lengthy, 6'3", 5-star centre back who's got 94 base pace. Oh, was it 94, 95? I will take that 100%. Let me know who you guys got down in yours, or like I said, at us in the Pack Show Off channel in the free Discord if you want to do that as well. But why are we on 2 million coins? Well, you'll notice one thing. First of all, we've not traded too much because, again, Uncle is moving into a new house. So that is what most of the time's going into. So we've not traded too much. A lot of these cards are the same from last time, just not clearing the transfer list. We made one flip on a Van Dijk. I think someone in the Discord actually called this for me. And I made like 40, 50,000 coins profit after tax on that. So fair play. They just called it as a snipe that they couldn't afford. And we picked that up. So yeah, we'll take that. But apart from that, we've not really traded too much, boys. We've got the road to the finals we spoke about the other day that have kind of gone down and then back up to what they were. So in natural G fashion, I'm not selling it at a loss, and I'm just going to use them in my team for now because I'm trying to start to use more players in the team. I don't really want to go the whole game cycle and use a crappy team. So again, I've got the Rashford in. Rashford. If you guys have not used this Rashford yet and you've got the coins, best striker in the game. I think he's best striker in the game. Arguably up there with R9, but this Rashford card shooting is 1 of 1. I think I said this last time because of his shot power. I don't change on that. I've played more games since, and he's great. And I've used Salah again, but the addition this time is I've used the Musiala, and believe it or not, he feels amazing on the ball. Who would have thought a 93 dribbling player with 97 dribbling in game would feel great on the ball? But he does, he really does. So yeah, using those cards, we'll probably sell them at a break even, and that'll be fine for me, maybe even a tax loss. However, there are some road to the final cards on the cheaper side, to be honest. I think it'll be quite easy to make coins off of if you just buy them at the right time. Now, one of the time is probably going to be rival rewards. It's a little bit boring, and you often get a lot of competition. But these not, well, I guess Ryan Yates is fine as well, but the one I wanted was Gibbs White. If you can get this Gibbs White for like 30 to 32,000 coins at rival rewards, and then just hold them into the weekend, or even next week, and you just sell the day before the game when Nottingham Forest play. They play against Porto, I believe. I don't know if they're away at home or first. They shouldn't, I think they're away first. I don't know if that's what that means, but I think they're away first. That shouldn't change it too much, but yeah, he's 34,000 coins. Try and get him as close as you can to 30 at rival rewards. He's absolutely fine. Like, he's just too cheap for that price for someone that still can get upgraded. Again, sell anything you buy here, by the way, in the hype of the game. Don't be silly. Hold it in. The card loses, and then you're stuck on a card and losing a lot of coins. The other one, of course, is Sancho. Again, I'd much prefer this guy at 220 or 30,000 coins, which he's been kind of consistently. Rival rewards, you might get that. He's not as cheap as Gibbs White, but that should be fine. The women's cards, of course, play tomorrow, a lot of them, and you're starting to see some of them go up in price and back down in price. I think Vicky Lopez is an interesting one. She went to 250,000 coins, and then people sold her off in panic, so she's back down. If you want to do the women's cards, you got to be really careful, because of course their games are a lot sooner, so you got to be a little bit safer. Stick some of the easier to trade men's cards, like Lucas Beraldo, again at rival rewards, absolutely fine. I actually think Hincape's fine. Hincape's up like 100,000 coins, but I think what people have realised is that in this year's Champions League bracket, Arsenal are the only team that have a very, very heavy favourable draw, right? PSG and Liverpool, you think PSG win, but they're not like clear favourites in terms of, you know, Liverpool can still do anything despite us being crap this season. Bayern and Real Madrid, really tough. Barca Atleti, you think Barca, but again, really tough. Whereas Sporting and Arsenal, no offence to my Sporting, homies out there, but you think Arsenal do that? So if Hincape gets any drop towards 700,000 coins before these guys go out of packs, that's fine with me. I actually really like Molina as well. I think he's one of the best right backs in the game. This is a card, though, that has a lot of supply, so you got to be really, really careful. Try and, again, rival rewards, get him at a low point, all that stuff, right? But he has a lot of supply, so be careful with him. But I also really, really like him. And just because these cards seem a little bit over-invested, I would avoid some of the big boys. I would avoid the Rashford and Salah that I'm holding, only because they should still be fine to trade, but a lot of these cards seem over-invested to people who bought them on the weekend. And so whenever you've got a really rare card like Rashford, and you've got a lot of investors, it can be a pain in the arse to try and sell him, and you could lose a lot of coins. So just be careful. But my honest opinion, if you want it now, is this Rashford's worth more than 3 million coins, especially the fact he's upgradable. And I honestly think if you do have a big set of cojones on you, grabbing a Rashford, if it's not too much of your budget, if you're someone who's on like 6-7 million coins plus, could actually do really, really well. And believe it or not, boys or girls, the 85s that we called and the team of the weeks that we called that do well every single week did well again this week. We called these, you could buy them again after the campaign refresh pick that went, that came back yesterday. So the one we get SBC cards in. After that went away because you can only do it once. You can buy these cards. So I think it was probably yesterday in the morning. You get them on bid. There you go for 12 and probably 11,500 coins. And then today they've been selling at 14 pretty consistently, all the way up at 15 on lazies. It's right shock, right? The easy trade methods this time of the year. If you guys are a little bit just bored and you just want to make some free coins for everything, They work every single week. I'm going to keep calling them every single week. Might get repetitive, but if you want different methods to make coins, that's what the 0 to 10 million videos there for. In every single week, we'll talk about the promo cards and fluctuation trading and stuff, but these cards are really easy to make coins off, right? 85s went as low this week at like 2.2 thousand coins on bids, or even, I think 2.3 was probably the easiest to win them for. And they're already creeping up towards 3,000 coins. My guess is that after content today, there'll be 3.4 thousand coins. And then maybe after Thursday, there might be up like 4,000 coins. Depends what sort of content we get. But they're safe every single week as well. Seems like not a lot of, coins, but if you do that en masse on your budget, it's just absolutely free. So please don't miss out on that every single week. Get in the Discord and also get in the Twitch streams just for, coins. We still do a lot of trading. I'm starting to try and do more gameplay stuff on the Twitch stream. So, subscribe if that is something you're interested in. I want to start doing more gameplay and stuff like that on the channel, or even on a second channel. Let me know. I want to try and, first of all, get towards being 14 and 15 and 0, like at the game anyway, before we start doing that. So we'll work towards that. But yeah, in general, boys and girls, I hope you're going to have a fantastic week. Of course, subscribe if you are not already. Some people think they're subscribed and they're not. You check down below and it says not subscribed. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. Leave a like while you are down there. Just go and have a fantastic week, boys and girls. FIFA is great at times and it's not great at times. So if you're not enjoying the game, take a break for a little bit. Don't play it. And if you are enjoying the game, then let me know what you think of my team. I think the team's absolutely cooking. The problem is that it's me that's using it, which always leads it to be a little bit shaky. But yeah, like always, boys and girls, until next time, I'll see you all in a